this video, we're going to be having a look at how we can create a new Premiere Pro project, and we're also going to be looking at the interface just to get a bit of an understanding as to what some of the panels are used for. So to start with, let's create a new project over here. We're going to click on the new project button. I'm going to rename mine. I'm just going to call it P for Premiere Pro and tutorial. I'm going to leave mine on the desktop here. If you need to change yours, you can browse by using this button and search for where you want it to go. And we're going to leave the rest of the settings as they are. We're going to click on OK, and that will create us our Premiere Pro project tutorial. All right, so just so we can quickly get a bit of a feel for this interface here, the best way to sort of look at this logically is in the flow that we sort of will take as we work our way through our projects. So down the bottom left here, this could be, I guess you could call it sort of panel 1. This is the this is where your files are stored. Okay, so when you import files, all of your media, audio, images, anything you use in your project will get stored down here in this. It's called the bin. I don't know why it's called the bin. I think it's because back in the old days they used to take their film, their footage, and just sort of turf it into a bin, and then they could access it from there. So this is the bin. This is where we're going to keep all of our files. From here, we're going to want to edit particularly our video files. What we can do is we can get them up into this source editor here, where we can start to make a few changes. So this is sort of the next stage up here, stage 2. We can edit our clips, we can trim them to the sorts of lengths that we want them to. We can then drag them into the third panel here, which is our timeline. And our timeline is where we can start to build up our videos or our films or whatever you'd like to call them. We can start to build the sequence. We can add in sounds, we can add in special effects, we can add in audio backing, and anything else that you want to add in, text, any other sort of visual elements that you need to add into what's going to become your final product. And then up here, we can actually see, get a visual representation of what's being built in our timeline. So that's the general sort of, I guess, the path or the pipeline that you'll take in your creative workflow. You'll start by importing your assets. You'll then use the monitor here to make some changes. You can then get all of your assets or your trimmed assets into the timeline. You can sequence them up, and then you can see how it's going over here in this video monitor here. You'll notice across the top we do have some sort of different contexts or different layouts for Premiere Pro depending on what we want to sort of be doing at the time. So for example, if you wanted to make some changes, add in some different effects and things like that, we can do that here. By using these folders, we can drag and drop the effects into the timeline to make those changes on the different clips that we're changing. Usually it's best to start off in the editing context because this is the best place to get our videos in, which is what we're going to do in the next video. We're going to start by bringing in some videos or some short film clips, and we'll have a look at how we can start this editing process. So I'll see you in the next video.